Now, from the news team that's covering the Carolinas, this is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning.
Right now, a search is underway to find two men accused of shooting someone in North Charlotte. The new information, we just learned about the victim in the last 20 minutes.
Plus, I-77 southbound is back open this morning after a crash involving 5 vehicles. What troopers say caused it, plus the other wreck that happened as they were investigating. Good Thursday morning. I'm Eric Phillips.
And I'm Allison Lattis. We have weather and traffic every 10 minutes. And meteorologist Keith Monday joins us with our first forecast.
Yeah, most of our morning we've just had the cloud cover, the mist and the drizzle around Charlotte. Starting to see a few more showers beginning to pop up now, especially on the north side of town. As you head to around Lake Norman, we've had these spotty little downpours moving in. They're pretty small and not very intense at all, but around Mountain Island Lake, moving out of Huntersville across the south side of the lake, and then up north, moving out of Mooresville. We've had a few showers drifting in this morning. Same case around Sherrills Fort. Far south, it's mainly just been a light rain now pushing out of Lancaster, Monroe through Chesterfield. All those heavier showers are dying out now, so the rain chances low today, but they're not completely zero. So for the morning drive, a few light rain drops will be around, starting off around 60 degrees. We stay in the mid 60s to upper 60s through 11. Eventually, we'll try to get some sunshine this afternoon in the upper 70s. We'll show you that in the latest timeline of our Futurecast in a matter of moments. At 8:01, let's talk with Mark Taylor now. We've had a few incidents out there on the roads. Where's the latest problem?
Well, right now it's the merging delays. That's the biggest obstacle throughout Charlotte. Some minor fender benders, but we're looking at some big-time street closures in uptown Charlotte later this morning, Keith. Due to Taste of Charlotte, South Tryon between Stonewall and Trade at 9 o'clock this morning. That's going to close. College or Church Streets could be used, but then you will see the side streets of MLK, 3rd and 4th Street between Church and College blocked. That starts at 6:30 tonight, but then they'll reopen it for tomorrow morning's rush hour. But to get around at Trade Street, use Graham Street, Stonewall, or even the 277 loop as an alternate. We do have an accident reported now at the intersection of Trade and Church. Traffic is busy in the area, so you can get around it by using 5th Street. Allison?
Thanks, Mark. This morning, police are looking for two men who shot another man early this morning in North Charlotte.
We brought you the first live pictures from the scene during Eyewitness News Daybreak at 4:30. Eyewitness News reporter Stephanie Quinn is live at CMPD headquarters in Uptown this morning. And Stephanie, you just learned new information about the victim.
And Eric, in just the last 20 minutes, police have identified that victim as Damian Jackson. They also told me he does have life-threatening injuries from being shot in the stomach. Right now, this is a picture that we actually just received into our newsroom of Jackson. This all started when he told police two men walked up to him and asked him about drugs. Meantime, this is video from where this all happened just before 4 o'clock this morning. This is at LaSalle and Beatty's Ford Road. Jackson said after the suspects asked him about drugs, they then shot him once in the stomach. He was actually able to run here to Taylor Avenue, which is just around the block. He knocked on the front door of a home there. The people living there called 911. Police say right now they really don't have any information about those suspects, but they are going to look at surveillance videos from nearby businesses once they reopen this morning. Police also told us Jackson was taken to CMC and he's now undergoing surgery there. We're also waiting on a copy of that police report, hoping to get more information once that report is made available to us. And of course, we will pass along any new developments on air and online at WSOCTV.com. At CMPD headquarters, I'm Stephanie Quinn, Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning.
You may remember last week a 15-year-old boy was shot on that same street. Police have not made an arrest. They said someone in a car shot the teen in the leg. He is expected to be okay.
New this morning, one person died in a late-night house fire in Wadesboro. The fire started at a house on Airport Road around 10 last night. Police say one elderly man escaped, but another man died. We're asking investigators for more information about the victims and what caused the fire. We will update you on air and on WSOCTV.com as soon as we learn more information. Overnight crews shut down I-77 in Huntersville for 6 hours while they cleaned up a wreck involving two tractor trailers.
Look at all the debris scattered on the southbound lanes near exit 23 around midnight. Firefighters say a tractor trailer crashed into another tractor trailer, an SUV, and a car that slowed down because of construction. Rescuers had to pull one person out of the car, but we don't have an update on a condition. No one else was hurt. One man said he heard it from 5 minutes away.
I heard it. It sounded like a freight train going down.
Troopers say another tractor trailer was involved in a separate crash as they were cleaning the scene. They say it crashed into a box truck. Crews had to put sand on the road to absorb all the oil spilled in the crash. No one was hurt in the wreck. We posted a slideshow of the scene on our website so you can take another look. It's on the homepage right there at WSOCTV.com.
A jury in York County will take up a rare case today to determine how a newborn died at a Fort Mill birth center. The preliminary autopsy from the boy's death at Carolina Community Maternity Center in January showed that there were no signs of trauma, but the coroner wants to know if it's a homicide, an accident, or natural causes. Midwives and a family member are expected to testify. Channel 9 will be in the courtroom today and bring you all the developments on Eyewitness News starting at 5 o'clock.
805, one lane of I-77 southbound is closed at the York-Chester County line while crews fix a hole in the bridge. The DOT discovered the hole under pavement on Monday. An engineer says a washout under the bridge caused the road to settle, leading to the hole. Drivers are concerned since this is just one in a series of road issues on South Carolina's highways.
Very bad and very dangerous. I've lost a couple hubcaps.
Crews expect to reopen the lane sometime between noon and 5 p.m.
Channel 9 learned an unnamed retail company considering bringing 1,000 new jobs to Charlotte is also looking at a location in South Carolina. Mecklenburg County leaders say South Carolina is offering a significant amount more than North Carolina and Charlotte is offering. County commissioners voted not to offer any incentives. It's not clear what part of South Carolina the company is looking at. Meanwhile, some South Carolina lawmakers are unsure about approving Governor Nikki Haley's request to borrow $123 million for Volvo incentives. The Joint Committee chairman says the state would have to pay $87 million in interest. He wants to use as much cash as possible to pay for the deal, but Haley says Volvo wants its site preparation funded by bonds. Lawmakers question why the automaker would care.
806 is your time. Today, South Carolina lawmakers will consider a compromise on a plan to require all officers in the state to wear body cameras. House and Senate negotiators agreed yesterday to spend a year developing guidelines for the camera's use, but they haven't reached a compromise about when the video would be released to the public. Officers in CMPD's Metro and Providence divisions have been using body cameras for 5 weeks. Today, Channel 9 will talk to officers to find out how the program is going so far. Watch Eyewitness News starting at 5 p.m.
Your time is 8:07 now. In just a few hours, several groups in North Carolina are expected to deliver more than 1,600 petitions to Governor Pat McCrory's office here in Charlotte. They are against the governor's decision to sign the controversial abortion bill into law. The state house gave final approval to the bill yesterday before sending it to McCrory's desk. McCrory says he plans to sign that bill, extending the waiting period for an abortion from 24 to 72 hours. McCrory issued a statement saying, in part, quote, working with House and Senate members, we ensured that contact, including a simple phone call, would start a reasonable process that protects women's health. Today, the House is expected to vote on another controversial bill allowing magistrates to opt out of performing same-sex marriages. Governor McCrory already vetoed the religious freedom bill, but now some lawmakers want to override that veto. You can read more information about the bills on our website, WSOCTV.com.
Tonight, Charlotte native Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors will take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first game of the NBA Finals. This will be Curry's first appearance in the finals. He played for Charlotte Christian and Davidson before going to the NBA. You can watch the game on Channel 9, followed by Eyewitness News at 11. Let's get a quick check on your forecast now with meteorologist Keith Monday and Severe Weather Center 9. Keith.
A lot of gray out there this morning. Here's Charlotte camera view. Low clouds hanging over the city. A low level visibility is fine on the roadways. You'll find, of course, the mist out there from time to time, but it does look like things will brighten up a little as we head to this afternoon. 62 out the door at the moment. North winds have been a little breezy. Helps to keep the cool air in place, and, well, it keeps the clouds locked in as well. 90% on the humidity scale. This afternoon, we're not going to see widespread big downpours. We'll show you in the future cast how just a few holes, though, in the clouds may help to develop a few more showers heading into this afternoon. I'll have that on the future cast coming up. But first, let's check back in with Mark here's the current problems we have on the roads.
Yeah, uptown Charlotte took a hit this morning. We got a crash. It's causing some delays, some out of congestion. Traffic was already busy on Trade Street. It's at the intersection of Church, so go and jump on 5th Street to get around the accident. And then one to the southeast just came into the traffic center on Sawdust Road North at Independence. I'm not seeing any big delays on either roadway in the area. Further inbound up towards Pearson Drive, it is heavy for Independence Boulevard through the freeway section, as it typically is with those gray skies and some damp roadways to deal with. But latest check with police, all lanes open on US 74. Allison?
Deputies say this boy, who they believe is 8 years old, stole a gun from a local pawn shop.
What is he going to do with the gun? That scares me.
Their biggest concern is they try to find the child and the weapon.
These woods could soon be home to several buildings. The objection from neighbors and why some say it's not worth fighting.
8:13 is your time. We're taking a live look. I-77 at Arrowwood, where northbound lanes are backing up. It's a pretty slow commute on that side of the interstate. Mark Taylor will join us with updates and alternate routes for you in just a moment here on TV 64.
At 8:13, residents in Ballantyne are raising objections to plans for a storage facility.
The developer from Columbia, South Carolina, wants to build a climate-controlled 3-story building on a wooded lot near Artery Kell High School. An attorney representing the developer says they met with one neighborhood before they submitted their plans, and they didn't have any negative feedback, but some neighbors say they are not on board.
I think it's affecting the whole residential area around here, and I think we're all in agreement that this shouldn't be left the way it is. It's a very pretty site.
Neighbors tell us they're concerned the facility will ruin the green space there. They'll get a chance to tell city planners and the developer at a community meeting, which is set up for next Thursday night.
New this morning, school administrators in Gastonia forced students to rip out a page from their yearbooks. A racially charged word was found printed in them last week. Our news partners at the Gaston Gazette report only one group of students was affected. Most students received an updated yearbook with the page already removed. Investigators are waiting on autopsy and toxicology results to help determine what caused a driver to collide head-on with a truck on Central Avenue in East Charlotte. The mother of 23-year-old Donovan Presley told police he was on his way to donate blood when the crash happened Saturday morning. Police say Presley was killed on impact when his Nissan Altima crossed the median and hit a truck head-on. The truck driver survived. A North Carolina teen is in critical condition this morning after an accident involving a zip line. It happened Tuesday in Buncombe County. Police say Tucker Holton and several of his friends trespassed onto private property and used the zip line. Investigators say the owner knew some of the people in the group. Police would not say how the teen was injured. New this morning, a Wake County man is out on bond after police say he posted an ad for sex on Craigslist for his girlfriend's mother. Police say David Stewart posted the ad in late April and early May. Court documents revealed the woman's personal information, including her phone number, and were listed in the ad. The victim says she received more than 50 calls and texts. New this hour, many Hollywood productions filmed on the East Coast are now headed back to Hollywood. California's governor has signed off on a new incentives plan that offers more than $300 million in tax incentives for TV shows and movies to film there. North Carolina only provides about $10 million, although a recent budget proposal does increase that. Right now, no major film productions are slated to shoot in North Carolina this year. New information this morning on an oil spill in California. A fisherman just filed the first lawsuit against the operator. He says the spill is hurting his business in Santa Barbara. He expects other businesses to join the lawsuit. A preliminary report released last night revealed the pipeline that spilled more than 100,000 gallons of oil last month was badly corroded. We're learning more this morning about the impact of that speed street had on Charlotte's economy. The city says each visitor spent about $237 during last month's festival. They brought in $58 million total for Charlotte. Roughly 400,000 people attended the last 2 days. Time now for a check on your forecast. Meteorologist Keith Monday is in Severe Weather Center 9 with a cloudy outlook.
Yeah, it's very gray this morning. Not a whole lot to see out there to begin the day today. Not much rain really either. The majority of the showers have all been far south. We've had Drizzle, mist in Charlotte. To the north side of the city, though, these little tiny showers have been popping up, coming out of Huntersville and Cornelius, mainly rolling across the southern side of Lake Norman, and another round just to the north of here as you work your way up 77 into Mooresville, over to Sherrills Ford. Some light rain is hanging on here at the start of the day today, so have the rain gear ready to go as you step out the door. Far south, we had big rains rolling into Chesterfield County a couple of hours ago, and that's all that's left now, just some very light showers. But it is wet this morning between Lancaster and Chesterfield through Pageland, so keep that in mind as you head out on the roadways to start out. We are sitting at 62 degrees in Charlotte, but still 50s up north in the mountains and down into Statesville. The cool air that invaded yesterday is still in place this morning, and those clouds, they're hanging on as well. They will thin out more late this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get in the upper 70s. The rain chance, though, overall, it is down, and we're not going to see any widespread heavy downpours. Our best chance of rain for the entire week already behind us. So the Futurecast data will keep the rain chances kind of scattered here and there. Best chance will be in the mountains redeveloping this afternoon, maybe far south of town. A few scattered downpours, but these won't be those intense heavy downpours with the gusty winds and lightning that we had a couple of days ago. And as the storm system has been responsible for all these rain chances continues to drift away, as we head our way through the next couple of days, the rain chances, they will continue to go down. So that bodes well for Taste of Charlotte getting started tomorrow. We warm back up on Friday with more sun returning. We should see a lot of sun on Saturday, 86. But late in the day, we may see a couple downpours coming on through. Same case for Sunday. Not a washout of our weekend plans. We'll definitely have more dry time out there for sure. But dry time in regard to the rain chance, not the air. The humidity still running pretty high. Upper 60s for the mountains today for our pinpoint regional forecast. Shower chance, maybe a rumble of thunder, but no big rain expected. Low to mid 70s hopefully for Lenore, Morganton, Hickory, and Statesville. After a very cool day yesterday, we'll try to bounce back a little today, much more tomorrow. Upper 70s around Charlotte. South has the best chance of rain around Lancaster and Chesterfield today, with highs close to 80. So our 5-day forecast, the weekend's always in view. We return to 80 degrees tomorrow in Charlotte. Mid 80s on Saturday. It'll feel closer to 90 with the heat index. Downpour chances, they're easing up as we head toward the weekend. May dry out even more so as we head into early next week. Time right now is 8:19. Let's get you caught up on those roads with Mark.
Keith, got an update on the accident. First reported on Sardis Road North, but it's actually on Independence Boulevard and it's blocking the left lane and left turn lane onto Sardis Road North. But again, I'm just not seeing any big delays through the area, so I'll keep an eye on that one for you. Also, Park Road outbound at Glen Eagles. It's in that left turn lane, but again, it's just not causing you big delays. Most of the traffic heading inbound, and it's still slow with pockets as you make your way in on Park. And then we are seeing a significant delay on Trade Street. We've got an accident here heading inbound that's causing some big backups as folks make their way in from Graham this morning. Go ahead and take 5th Street and avoid Trade at Church Street and use that as the alternate. Allison?
Channel 9 Summer Food Drive kicks off this weekend, and we hope that you will help provide food for local families at risk of hunger. Our drive runs June 6th through the 13th. You can drop off non-perishable food for people and pets at all local Ashley Furniture home stores, Showmars, Hendrick Honda, and Piedmont Natural Gas. WSOCTV.com has more information. Just click the Food Drive tab at the top of the page. Right now, a search is underway to find this man accused of breaking into more than a dozen homes. How police say they tied him to the cases and why they aren't able to find him now.
Take a look at this. This car crashed into a medical clinic, shattering glass and hurting 3 people.
It was like a bomb. It was a huge crash.
Why providers at the clinic say they actually are glad the crash happened when it did. And here's a look at the winning numbers from the North Carolina Education Lottery and last night's Powerball drawing. At 8:23, 3 people are recovering this morning after a car crashed into an East Charlotte medical clinic with patients inside. Police say the car was in reverse when it hit Central Carolina Medical Clinic on Albemarle Road yesterday. Everyone inside was evacuated. We spoke with one of the providers at the clinic. She says she's actually glad the crash happened when it did.
We're very lucky because usually on Mondays we have full house, like everyone. So today is our lighter day, so we're so thankful.
Police say 3 people inside the clinic were hurt, including one who was seriously injured after winding up underneath the car. You can watch the raw video of the crash damage on our WSOC TV mobile app. It's available for free on Google Play or the App Store. A man will spend more than 37 years in prison for robbing a bank in Troutman. Darius Freeman was convicted in federal court last year on several charges, including armed bank robbery and carjacking. In 2013, he stole a woman's car at gunpoint in Charlotte, then picked up another man and headed to a Troutman Bank of America. Our partners at The Record and Landmark tell us his partner, Wincy Joseph, will be deported when he's released from prison in 11 years.
824 new developments. The U.S. House passed a measure allocating millions of dollars to help hire local police officers. Last night, the House passed a funding plan for the Justice Department. It includes $50 million to go toward an initiative to help local law enforcement agencies hire and retain officers. $15 million of that is intended for body cameras. A Channel 9 review of federal paperwork shows this year, Troutman police hired one officer using a $125,000 federal grant for school-based policing. U.S. defense officials say the problem surrounding live anthrax shipments is likely worse than first believed. Officials now say it's possible more than 4 dozen shipments were sent to labs in the U.S. and at least 3 other countries over the past decade. The Defense Department says live samples were shipped from a military lab in Utah to 51 other labs in 17 states, including Washington state. They say anthrax may have also been shipped to the Pentagon building itself. The DoD says the public is not at risk.
825 crews have now replaced this stop sign in Matthews after drivers voiced their concerns about safety. The sign is on private property near a shopping center off Matthews Township Parkway. Last week, we told you frustrated drivers wanted the stop sign replaced, calling it dangerous and difficult to see. Yesterday, town leaders told us crews have replaced the sign. Police need your help finding this child who they say stole a gun from a local pawn shop. Who investigators believe he was with when he walked out with the weapon. Get a complete summary of today's major local news. Watch Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 10 tonight on TV 64.
And as we head to break, we're taking a look from our Charlotte camera. Just those low clouds causing another gray morning out there with that misty drizzle this morning. Your forecast with Keith stretching into the weekend is up next.
Time is 8:27. A lot of cloud cover out there this morning and a few rain showers, the bulk of which have been way down to our south. Just passing light rains coming through Charlotte so far this morning. So it's great to begin the day. This afternoon we'll try to get into some sunshine in the upper 70s. That northeast wind still in place, though, is going to keep us on the cool side. A few downpour chances late this afternoon, but we dry that up even more heading into the weekend as the heat builds. We're in the low to mid 80s heading our way through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
New this morning, one person died in a late night house fire in Wadesboro. The fire started at a house on Airport Road around 10 last night. Police say one elderly man escaped, but another man died. We're asking investigators for more information about the victims and what caused the fire. We'll update you on air and on WSOCTV.com when we learn more. Thanks for watching. Good Morning America continues on Channel 9.